Yo, 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 we live? Are we? Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live here. Hi, everybody. Seku-Senpai here.
Okay, let me stop playing around. Yo, what up, Big Flex? Yo, hello, people. Seku-Senpai here. We're back for some more Umineko. As always. Oh, man. Yo, what's up with my camera angle? Whatever, I like this. I never really do this angle. Actually, I usually do this angle. It just looks wider. Whatever, I like it. But yeah, we're back from Umineko. What happened last time? Madness went down last time. We had Madness. Kinzo cracked out of his mind. Going by Goldsmith. Because that's his mage name. So that was interesting. And anything else? Yes, and a bunch of people died. Rosa, out of the way. Ava, out of the way. First two people whom no one, not favorites. Two of them out the way. Hideyoshi, gone. I liked him. He was cool. Natsu, dead. I liked her too. Rudolph, dead. He was also cool. Who else died? Feel like I'm missing someone. What do? It'll come back to me. But, yo. I want to buy more manga, but I feel like, what's the point once I read it? They kind of... Oh, I feel you mean. I don't know. For me, I reread manga here and there. I also like collecting things. hence the shelf. So I like collecting things. So... I don't know. Plus, I also I like physical copies more than digital. Also, so that's also why I buy manga physically if I can. So yeah, I kind of know what you mean. Yeah, because it's like, especially if it's something that you don't like, that's something I also worry about. If I were to buy a manga that I don't like, well, I got a receipt, so I can return it. But if I throw away the receipt, then I just have a manga. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, whatever works for everyone else. But yeah, I mean, I just reread stuff here and there. Whenever I get the feel of it. So I mean, what's the last thing I reread? Voynich Hotel. I was talking about that last week. But yeah, anyways, let's get to this Umineko right here. I actually want to read the manga for Umineko. I said I was going to do that a couple weeks ago. To recap myself with everything that's going on. Remember some things and maybe give me some new theories. But yeah, anyways, here this is. Let's do this. Let's get this because, yo, I might end the stream early today because it's hot. Yo, I don't know what happened. I remember last week I was telling y'all how the weather's been like crazy. It was hot today. I cleaned my window, opened it up, let some air in. But I have to close it because, man. Oh, you over in Chicago? Yo, it's hot. Oh, man. Oh, you want to get a body pillow too? I mean, for my body pillow that I have, where is it? There. I actually got mine. Oh, actually, no, y'all can't see the screen. Let me show y'all the screen. There we go. Game's going to show up in a sec. I mean, so make sure y'all can hear the game. Yeah. The body pillow I got, luckily I got mine via... Hold up, Seagulls. I got mine via a sponsorship. I did a while ago. I don't know if my code even works. I did it through Mojave. Body pillows are expensive. They're quite pricey. Well, if you were to get a pillow and the actual case for the first time, is quite pricey, especially depending on the size you want. Mine is my body pillow is what, 6 feet? They sent me the biggest one. Why they sent me the biggest one, I don't know. I guess to promote their size or something. But yeah, they sent me the biggest one, and that thing I was looking at, I'm like, yo, I'm glad I got it for free, because though the price for that, and on top of that, you know, shipping price as well, that was like a good $70-$80 I would have had to spend if I didn't get it for free. If I wasn't doing sponsoring wise. So definitely depending on the size you get, definitely affects the price, because I know that the regular ones, then again, there's also a lot of specifications. You can also have a body pillow, but if it's just on a standard body pillow, standard case, what, that's $50 maybe? I don't know. I think it also depends on when you buy it. But I mean, that's generally what their prices are, I think. But if you're just buying a new case, new cases aren't that expensive. They're less pricey than buying the body pillow and that at first time. But also depends on your size again. So, man, when Kinzo called, I want to get a new body pillow, by the way. I don't know what I'm going to get though. Well, I'm going to save money before I buy one. Like I said, pricey. When Kinzo called Rudolph's name, Renova's here, yo! When Kinzo called Renova's name, the demon butler showed himself in midair, bowing respectfully, with his karate chop. Nice to meet you too, man. You know it, man. You gotta clean it up. Bring some tea, bring some cookies too. For real. Ain't no mind simulant of this level to wake me from my dreamlike days. Okay. I apologize, Kinzo. What an introduction right there. Okay. Just who was he making the introduction to? Cross and Kiryu, who were still down on their backsides, and Nanjo, Gode, and Kumasawa could only look up at this middle-aged gentleman they didn't know in shock. Yep. Only Shannon and Cannon seemed to recognize him, and they bowed deeply. Okay. Fellow furniture, given respect. Yeah, Genji was the one who died. Yeah, he was the other one. He was the sixth person. Man, I would like to see that. Dang, they didn't get time to process what happened. Oh, yo, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, Vergilia too. Okay. Been a while since, well, we saw our last episode, episode 3, but okay. Once again, Silhouette as someone the relatives didn't know appeared from the empty space. She appeared in a refined dress while making an elegant greeting. Okay. And counselor. Okay. Hey. Which you find it, yup. Okay, wait, by the way, is she over here now? She was added to the pact? Yeah, okay, so she's also here. Okay, oh, we're about to get some other people too. Jeez, he's bringing out everybody. Yo, for real, he's bringing everybody here. Okay. Okay. Kinzo is, yo, like Beatrice says, the trump card right there, man. Ooh, really? Okay, interesting. Okay. Give his all, even if it kills him. Or you really is bringing everyone. Memorial troops. Oh yeah, well, yeah, I know who they are. Yeah. Forget that's what the Siesta Sisters are called. Who's next? The Gap? Oh, Okay. Yeah, we haven't seen a gop. Gop. Okay, let me stop playing around today. Okay. Oh man. Okay.
どんな大悪魔が呼び出せたとしても驚くには値しますまい。
Okay. Yeah, who is
もはや
Gop?
六軒島は完全に異世界に飲み込まれているということですか。彼は屈服しないと良いのですが。
Okay.
前回たっぷり入れ知恵をなされたでしょう。
A lot last time.
今更屈服しますね。
Okay.
おそらくです。さて、私たちはこの舞台を楽しもうではありませんか。今回の主人公はどうやら親方様のようだ。
The main character is the master. Yo, that's funny. Oh, blue screen. When Kinzo strongly concentrated his magical power, a pale light gathered in the empty air, twisted. Come on, game, don't freeze on me right now. Okay, there we go. And the magic circle was drawn there with a deep red glow. Oh, I've seen some. Okay, I've seen an artwork of them. Okay, they're Gop. Okay, and with a sound like a glass breaking, a new demon could be seen there. Okay, interesting outfit. They are Gop. Okay. Gop. Okay. Okay, so this is okay. They make their appearance. Oh. Okay. Yeah. The literal devilish woman, wrapped in a venomous, ominous costume, looked at the scene which should have made her cover her eyes and twist her mouth in a grin. Oh, yo, this music.
そのためだけにあなたを呼び出すとしたら、それはまるで。
What's the plot so far? People on an island, murder mystery. We got witches, demons, and the all. Yo, I'm fine with the Gap. Okay.
雑巾掛けをするようなものですよ。
お久しぶりですね、ガープ。あなたのような大悪魔がとうとうこの島に現れてしまいました。
So so Gop has some great is known well. Okay.
部屋の惨状よりもこの豪華キャストの方が驚くべきね。シエスタ姉妹が3人もいて、大悪魔ロの上に大魔女マルギリアに。
The Great Demon Renove. Okay. We got all stars here. Okay.
ここはパンデモニウム。地獄の演奏会でも始めるつもりかしら。なるほど。そこで指揮棒が震えるのはあなたぐらいしか思いつかないわ。ゴールドスミス。
Okay. Yo, she talks so elegantly.
ベアトリーチェを蘇らせる我が儀式遂行のための進行役として協力してもらう。我が召喚契約に依存はないな。
依存も何も。天下の大魔女ベアトリーチェを刺激した伝説の大召喚師ゴールドスミス教の召喚霊族に私が抗えるわけもない。
Okay. He's really showing his
もちろん
doing his thing.
見合ったお題もいただくけどね。
Okay.
で
Okay, so what's that?
最初の仕事は
第一の番を免れた
The cowards captured them?
幸いにもここにはまだ7人いるではないか。南條にシャノンにカノン、ゴーダに熊
That's a
沢、
lot of names to start with the letter K.
クラウス。
Jeez. Kanan, Kumasawa, Kiri, Cross. Man.
金蔵この7人をまるまる生贄に捧げればちょうど13人だ。第二の番以降を実行するタイミングが訪れるまで。
Wow, so he's gonna hold them for later. Dang. Okay, that makes sense. Don't want them running amok and whatnot. And then he has his time to talk with
了解
the
したわ
children and whatnot and interview them for the head role. As Gop struggled her shoulders, she looked at Cross, who was still down on his butt. She glared. Then she snapped her fingers. Cross was swallowed up by the floor, and though a round pitfall had opened up beneath him.
言っちゃ上がる
Dang, just like that. There was no hole in the floor, but it certainly looked as though Cross had been swallowed up by a hole and disappeared. Okay. Searching for her next prey, Gop's gaze crossed Kiri's. She snapped her fingers. Kiri jumped back as though repelled. Her instincts had been right. After all, in the place where she had been until a second ago, around jet black hole had appeared, the same kind that had swallowed up Cross. Interesting. She's over here doing cartoon stuff. Remember, before she could catch up her balance, another pitfall appeared and swallowed her up. Even Kiri had no way of eluding Gop's capture. And the Nanjo, when she snapped her fingers again, a shocked Nanjo was swallowed up by the floor and disappeared. One by one. What was that? When she did it again, 410 let out a short yell and jumped back. Almost got her. This time a slightly larger pitfall had opened, swallowing up both Shane and Cannon, who had been standing in a line by the door. But because 410 had jumped away from the door, that was no longer blocked. Oh, Gold. Of course, Goda got out of there. Yo, instinctively aware that he would be next, Goda dashed out through that door. Yo, Goda gang, out of here if you can. Of course, Kumasawa also escaped with light speed, chasing after Goda. Yo, this is the fastest they've ever run in their life. Especially Kumasawa. As Gap snapped their fingers over and over, round jet black pitfalls opened one after another behind them, chasing them. However, they did nothing but drive the reckless fleeing the pair away, and couldn't swallow them up. Okay. Goda and Kumasawa had escaped in a matter of seconds. Okay, so they did get away. Nice.
鈍ったわ
Rusty. Okay, well you got
ご安心
5 added 7, right?
補足中であります
Dang. Ain't no one getting out of here.
それは
Yeah,
許可
you're
でき
not
ま
allowed
せ
to
ん
kill them.
貴重な生贄です
Not
お
yet.
役人様の許可を待つよう
Yo, she ready to draw that blood.
タイゴールドスミス卿指示を待ちます
Yeah, what are you gonna do, Kinzo?
第二の晩の訪れにはまだ早いと我が魔力の源泉がささやいておるわ
Okay.
今はならぬ
Okay, so they can't be killed
好
yet.
きにさせてやれどうせこの島からは逃げられ
True.
ぬわ
True. Where are they gonna go? It's a whole typhoon.
親方様の魔力の源泉とはすなわちノイズとリスクと運試し
Okay.
つまりは気まぐれというわけですか
Hmm.
そうとも言
Yo,
う
these
か
two.
もしれぬガープご苦労であった儀式はこのま
But
ま
we gotta see how
着実に進めよう
powerful, or at least a slither at Gop's strength right
そ
there.
れはそれ
She said she was
と
rusty.
して次は我が孫たちだ
Dang.
時
Seems
期
that she already
通すたる
could
資
just
格
snap her
があ
finger,
るかどう
bring
か
up
を
whole
試す
portals.
はてさて
Man,
どうやってその資質を確かめたものか
good question. I'm curious too. How's the interview about to
そ
go?
の資格があると判断されたならベアとの復活を断念されるおつもりで
無論だにもかかわらず試す女の身にはわからんであろうなこ
I
の
missed that.
矛
What was
盾
that?
我が狂気など
Okay, according to that, that's okay.
相変わらず男ってどこか変ねリスクを遊ぶという概
Yo,
念わかりかねるわ
playing around with risk. Ah, of course
Oh, yeah,
Kinzo would.
あなたはそういうのが大好きかと思っておりましたが
もちろんよ男に危険なリスクと一緒に恋をささやかれたらキュンキュンしちゃうわ
Oh, Seducer.
ただしイケメンに
That's only the chat. Yo, she said, yo, they could do that, but yo, if he's not attractive, yo. Okay, Renov.
お静かに死後は慎むように
Yo.
実にかしましい奴らだ。
What an interesting group here, though.
とも退屈はせん。これだから召喚は愉快なのだ。そなたらには我が儀式のノイズとリスクの天秤の片側を担ってもらう。
Oh, I think I have an idea of how he's going to interview them. Maybe 6 brutally murdered corpses lay in the dining hall, and it was contaminated with red, gruesome decorations. It was now unimaginable that, until just a second ago, 13 humans had been enraged here in a well-organized manner. It is crazy, though. It actually is crazy, because before, in the matter of, like, I don't know, for them it's how many minutes? 10 minutes? Like, they were literally arguing. They had Cross over here. They're over here targeting Cross. Kinzo showed up, and then, like, half of them died. Like, or 6 of them died. The other few of them were put into portals and stuff. Kinzo lined up the famous demons and their subordinates, loudly declared the beginning of a night of overwhelming mass murders, and swore to himself that he would certainly revive Beatrice and open the door to the Golden Land. The star of the show.
これ
Okay.
にて第一の番いよいよ開幕
Yo.
金蔵め相変わらず派手を
This was a flashy, yo, thing. Yo, he did a presentation. I like it.
舞台の上ではこれほどまでに映えるというのか
What are you supposed to say about this battler?
黒い殺し方ばかりしやがって。頭部半壊だ。てめえら魔女ども悪魔どもの悪趣味には相変わらずうんざりさせられるぜ。
Oh, don't tell me that's the last of my water.
頭部半壊。なるほど。これまでのゲームで一番理想的な殺し方がこれだと気づいたわけね。
理想的？
Ideal.
このひでえ殺し方がどう理想的だ
Making sure they're actually dead. Oh, Gap is gonna be involved in this?
一
Okay.
番最初のゲームを思い出してみると
Yeah, I remember the first game. Yeah, that's the first thing I was thinking of when they said
さ
smashed
っき登
heads.
場しやがった。新しい悪魔とかいうやつか。くそ。また魔女の侵食が進んで、ろくでもないやつが増えたというわけなのか。
Haha. The more the witch's corrosion advances, the more Rokkenjima tilts towards the spirit world. That's why strange, insane people keep approaching one by one. This island has been closed out by the typhoon, so no human can leave it, much less appear as a new character to increase their numbers. Oh wait, forgot, Gap showed up. What's her description? Yo, hold up. One of the 72 great demons, also Beatrice's friend. Oh, I can see that. When a magician demands it, she grants the ability of instantaneous movement. She demands it. Instantaneous movement. Interesting. She uses this extraordinary power for playing pranks mostly. Her specialty is hiding keys and bags during busy mornings. However, in the context of closed room mysteries, this power becomes an ultimate weapon that can easily strike a finishing blow. Yup, we could definitely see that. Her queen bee strikes are likely to pierce any and all detectives, forcing them to surrender. Okay. And then we got them. We have him. Virgilia. 7 sisters. The goats. Okay. Interesting. But the more the corrosion advances, the more witches and demons can appear without limit. Increased one by one, as we're seeing. By now there might be more demons than humans along the characters appearing in this insane tale. Are there? Wait, hold up. I think there actually are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With 7 sisters, that's 17. Definitely more than that, man. The numbers might be the one thing that represents this mad corrosion. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. And the corrosion isn't just affected the number of people, but apparently their fashion sense as well. If the yo, Battle was like, yo, this style, I ain't feeling it. If the corrosion, or is he feeling it? If the corrosion advances any further and even more weird people appear, just what on earth will they be wearing? It's so scary, I can't imagine. Ah, seriously, give me a break. Don't make these weird guys increase in numbers anymore. Man, really got Battler worried.
そうはいかんぞ。まだまだ増やすぞ。人間どもの語るクローズドサークルなる間抜けなルール。
Close circle
わらわがいくら
rule.
で
What?
も怪我してやろう。よく来たな。我が優雅なるゲーム。ガープよ。
Haha, yep, her
お久
friends.
しぶりね。リーチ。
So we can get her a nickname, yup. Shows how close they are.
というかずいぶん元気そうじゃない。
Call her Richie.
あなた若返った？私が知ってる頃より2、300歳は若々しい。見に行きましょうよ。たまには魔界にもいらっしゃいな。
Huh. Okay.
このゲームを終えたらぜひそうしようぜ。
Yo, they're planning a hangout after this.
それにしてもリーチの対戦相手のお二人は、なかなか可愛いわ。この子なら頭部半壊したいにどういう意味があるか察しがつきそうね。わかる？お嬢ちゃん。
さっきこいつは一番最初のゲームを思い出せと。
Yep, the first scene, yeah. Remember the first Twilight Man?
一番最初のゲームの第一の版を思い出して、大人たちの死体が魔法陣の描かれた園芸倉庫の中で発見された時のことよ。覚えてる？
Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah, I remember that. I first heard Golden Slaughter, Episode 1, the first Twilight. Cross, Rudolph, Kiri, Rosa, Shannon, and Goda. Cross, Rudolph, Kiri, Shannon, and... Okay. I keep thinking something's on my arm. Can y'all see that? No, you can't see that. But it's just the light from the window hitting my arm. All 6 of their heads pulverized and died. Yep. And then in Game 2, Episode 2, their corpses were just sliced open with like a Halloween themed one. Episode 3... Yeah, I remember Episode 3's one. Yeah, it had each of the servants killed in a different room. Okay, I remember that one. At that time, there were 2 types of corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just like we're seeing now.
そう。
顔面粉砕はルドルフ、キリア、ローズ、ゴーダの読み。側頭部粉砕はクラウス、
Rudolph and Rosa also getting their heads smashed again.
あの時点では気まぐれに生み出した2種類の死体であったが、より残忍な死体である前者の方がわらわにとってむしろ不利であることに気づいたのだ。
Disadvantageous. Okay. Huh.
ベアトにとって不利。そうか、そういうことか。
That's right. The smashed faces might look atrocious, but that might made it hard to confirm the identity of each person. Yup. For example, at that time, Uncle Cross and Shannon-chan had their heads half smashed, and you could tell who they were. That alone was atrocious enough, but because half their faces remained, it's easy to confirm the identities. But Dad and the other three were different. Because his face had been completely destroyed, even I, as a son, could only guess by inference that it had to be Dad because of his clothes. And they're like, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, the only way to tell then would be the clothes. But without their clothes, then you wouldn't be able to. In short, it remained, unless you know other body features, like that thing when they talk about Kinzo with his extra toes. In short, it remained vague until the end whether that really had been Dad's corpse.
第1のゲームの時にも、もしも推理バトルが行われてたなら、俺は多分親父たちの死体を本人確認不能のため偽装死体の可能性もあると主張していたかもしれない。
Yeah, you could have.
何しろあのゲームの時にはベアとは一切赤手の発言もしていない。
お上手よ。それで正解。偽装死はミステリーの基本の一つ。
What was that he said? Yeah, we didn't have the red in that game yet.
たとえ一緒に検証させたとしても、犯人とグルを疑われればその結果は信用できない。つまり確実な死を保証できない死体は常に魔女サイドを不利にするということ。
あらゆる死体について偽装死を疑い、その後の事件の犯人に想定することができる。バトラの嫌う手だけど、魔女に対する最も初歩的な一手。
ああ、そうだ。だからベアとは赤を使い出して、赤き真実で完璧な検証を行うようになったんだ。
Perfect, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
そういうことだ。本来ならばこの第一の番の惨劇に対し、わらわはすぐにでも赤き真実にてこの度の6人の死亡を確定させるところである。しかし知っての通り、今回のわらわの戦闘はこれまでとは正反対。赤き真実の
Starvation tactics. Okay, Bisa switching it up. Okay.
どなたが反撃の拠り所にしようとする以上、わらわは
Yep, she won't. Yep, she did say that before.
必
Yeah.
要最低限の赤にたった一箇所だけほころびさせればいい。つまりわらわは究極的に言えば、そなたのあらゆる密室の推理についてあらゆる暴言を許せども、そのうちの一つ、たった一回の赤き真実にて打ち破るだけで良いわけ
だ。散々俺をいたぶってきやがったくせに、俺が反撃に使い出したら今度は認めやがったってわけだ。
Okay, I like that Balor hasn't given up though. He's still moving forward with
と
it.
にかく
Confident.
使いたくない。ケチりたい。バトラをいじめてやりたい。しかし赤を使わずに確実なる死を保証するにはどうすればよいのか。わらわは悩みに悩んだわけだ。そのアイデアをガープがくれた。
Okay. The good old friend give you an idea.
当たり前なことを言ったらリーチがひらめいただけよ。私は誰にでも容易に身元の判別と完全なる死が理解できる死体を用意すればいいと言っただけ。
つまりはその2つを合体させたわけよ。身元の判別に必要な顔と完全なる死の象徴である魂の器たる頭部の粉砕。この2つを左右ぴったりきれいに合体させたら、あら不思議、この頭部半壊死体がパーフェクトであるという答えが出たわけ。
Okay.
お前絶対
Yo. I do too.
いずれにせよ、たとえ頭部が半壊していたとしても、現時点では彼らが死んだ
True.
と見
We
なすべ
shouldn't.
きでは
Yeah,
な
we
い。
can't confirm it yet.
分かっ
Exactly.
てる。ベアトがもったいぶって赤での宣言を拒む以上、
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, be speculate everything. Or be skeptical about
お姉
everything.
ちゃんたちの魔法殺人だって鵜呑みになんか絶対しねえぜ。
Of course you would.
本当に慎重になったこと。最初のゲームの頃だったなら何でもかんでも鵜呑みにしてくれていたのにね。
Oh.
公的書はこうでなくては面白くないというものよ。今は赤がないことを幸いに、自由な想像を広げ、好きに推理を重ねるがいい。
Possibilities are endless.
最後の一番美味しいところで、バッサリと赤き真実にて叩き切ってくれようぞ。
Oh. Dang, kind of scared me. It's like they're looking at me. Yo. Interesting. Yep. All in one big swoop. Kind of like what Ava Beatrice did last time. She hit us with a big old web of red truth. Okay, where are we at right now? Please tell me we're still on the island. Don't bring me to 1998 or anywhere. Rosa? Yeah. What? Silent. Black. Cold. Painful. Rosa regained consciousness bit by bit. And the first thing she thought was that it would have been better if she hadn't. After all, with her body this cold and hurting, the pain grew the more her consciousness returned. It felt like she'd been sleeping on ice-cold marble in the darkness, laying face down for a long time. Ah, this is why I always tell myself, even if it's just for a nap, I've got to at least grab a sofa. I know that if I naively tried to close my eyes for just a second and end up sleeping on the floor or in the study chair, it'll hurt my body later and make things difficult. Imagine being that tired though, you just fall asleep where you're at. Since I slept on such a cold and hard floor, even my bones are ice cold. Since I slept on such a hard and cold floor, the half of my face pressed down against it hurts a lot. If I were to look in a mirror right now, I'm sure I'd see an embarrassing mark. I didn't think that just rubbing it would make that mark disappear. But I stroked the hurting side of my face anyway, trying to smooth it over. Where is this? Oh, we're in this room? I wonder, where is this? I thought it was pitch black, but it looks like it isn't. After all, I can faintly see my own body. Without a doubt, there is some source of light. But even if I looked up at the ceiling, or else the sky, there is only an expanse of blackness, and I couldn't see a proper light. My body alone was slightly lit, whereas everything else was sunk in darkness. That's what this world was like. It was almost as though Rosa alone had been abandoned in a forgotten world. As her mind grew clearer, she started getting nervous about why she was all alone in a lonely place like this. When she was about to call out, asking if anyone was there, she heard the patter of footsteps coming towards her. Who's about to walk towards her? They were light footsteps, so she thought it was probably a kid. She didn't sense anything disturbing, so she wasn't afraid. So if it's a child, I only know two short people in this game, Bergenstedt and Lambda Delta. Or they could be someone new as well. You know, as they're saying, more people are showing up, but they weren't Maria's footsteps. So wondering who in the world would be in a darkness like this, she stared. Sakutoro? She stared in the direction of the footsteps were coming from. As she did, a faint approaching silhouette came into view. Yes! Okay, it is Sakutoro. Yo, I was like, yo, the other person named Maria, and I was like, yo, Sakutoro has to be him. It looked like a child much younger than Maria. Who is it? I don't know this kid, but the expression on his face was like a lost child separated from his parents. As a parent with a daughter herself, Rosa felt as though her chest had been torn apart. This isn't the kid muttered that infantile word. She felt pain as though half her face that had started hurting from the cold floor, as though it had been pierced by long, thin, and hard needles. So this is the afterlife? Without thinking, she pressed her hand against that side of her face. Or, I guess, yeah. I'm okay, little guy. Okay. Okay, so with the save. The child took my other hand and pulled with a grim expression on his face. Riz didn't have a clue what was going on. However, a single honest expression on a child can often tell the truth better than 100 words from an adult. Yup. She didn't know the situation, but even so, she dashed along with him, still being pulled. Okay, a little interesting thing going on here. But this was a world where nothing could be seen in the darkness except for their own forms. It didn't even really feel like she was moving forwards. Even though she was running, she couldn't even feel any wind. It was as though she was still inside a nightmare. That kind of unreal sensation. Yeah, definitely. Even though I ran, I couldn't maintain my sense of balance, and my legs got tangled and I fell. Even in a world that didn't feel real, the pain of smashing my face against the cold hard floor was reality itself. Yup. Guiding her towards revival or somewhere? Okay. When that kid said that, the infantile word, Uyu, pain had been being stuck with needles ran through my head again. Even though it had only happened twice, I was somehow able to understand that this child's word was the cause of my pain. So I said so frankly. Yo, once you said, Uryu, I can. What, is it Uryu you said, or is it... Oh, even saying sorry. I had a feeling that this kid's apology caused a sharp pain in my forehead this time. What is this? Child. I know there's no malice in him. But when I'm around this child, my head hurts. Yeah, let's go. That's a good question. So many questions, jeez. One at a time. It's you. The child stared at me with round eyes. This kid's mama is me? Who? Who is this kid? I don't remember at all. You're also like, yo, I only have one child, and that's Maria. I didn't do anything to no one else. I think. Yo, Rosa funny though. I suddenly grew nervous about Maria not being there. Why am I all alone in a place like this? Where is Maria? I'm only able to be me because Maria is there for me. Oh! Yo, Sakuso trying to save you, Rosa. You about to deal with Lady Maria in all caps. Yeah, she wants blood. And Sakuso just trying to be honest. Sakuso, I would have said, yo, I'm gonna bring you to her. Lyingly, yo. That child pulled on my hand again. He was probably pulling me in the opposite direction from Maria. So I stopped walking. Rosa, you said you read the child's expression before. Now you're gonna deny that? I guess because she cares about Maria. That's more important. Yo, what up, Genshin Nora?
大体あなたは誰よ。あなたにママなんて言われる覚えはないわよ。
Why do you think you made me?
僕を作ってくれたのは
Oh,
ママだ
he
よ。
actually said that. Word for word.
忘れ
Okay.
ちゃったの？マリアのバースデープレゼントにするために僕を手作りしてくれたの忘れちゃったの？
Yup. The one, the only. Sakutaro. Yup.
ママに作ってもらったライオンのぬいぐるみだよ。
Oh! That caused a lot of pain. So every time he says that, it causes pain. Interesting. A fierce sharp pain struck me. It came from the palm he had grasped with his hand. When I knocked his hand away without thinking and looked at my palm. Blood, yup. A hole the size of a thumb had opened there, and deep red blood gushed out. It was a hole so big that I could see through to the other side. Oh man. I don't even imagine that.
うりゅ
Oh boy.
大丈夫？大丈夫？どうしたの？
Sakutaro noticed my wound and panicked. As far as I could tell by looking at him, he couldn't understand why my hand had sustained a serious injury. But in my eyes, it felt like I'd been injured because he grabbed my hand. Regardless of whether there was malice in him, I understood that this child was something that would do harm to me. It instantly seemed eerie. Oh no, you should have trusted him.
あっちへ行って。あなたなんか知らないわ。サク太郎は気持ち悪い下手くそなぬいぐるみでしょ。
Oh man, that's painful.
私は知らないわよ。ママなんかじゃないわよ。
I'm not your mama.
あっちへ行って消えて。
Man. Slowly, the base of Sakutaro's neck was sliced in a horizontal line. Oh, kind of just like how she ripped it. Wow. It gapped open and pitch black insides peeked out. No blood poured from it. Only empty blackness peeled out. Man. That was actually scary. I thought my screen was leaking. Yo. Then from the insides of the gash, cotton snow poured out, and its bits of cotton scattered. He slumped over. Then all that remained was a crumpled yellow cloth, and bits of cotton that looked like sticky, crushed cotton candy. Man, Sakutaro not even doing well in the afterlife. A lion stuffed animal, without a doubt. There were the remains of the Sakutaro stuffed animal I tore apart on that day, overcome by my emotions. Then I realized that a long sharp shriek that could rupture an eardrum tore the world apart. Oh. Yup. Why they gotta replay the scene, man? Come on. I tried to escape this. Like a flood from a broken dam, or like a broken TV, Maria cried out in a high-pitched voice. Her voice, which made the ears throb, brought up two emotions in me. One was regret. Yeah, I was overcome my emotions and went overboard. 100%! And it was a mother's desire to kneel down right away, hold Maria's head with her and apologize. In actual fact, I did that right away. I held Maria's head and apologized crying. But Maria didn't stop crying. On the contrary, she rejected me, the one who had torn her closest friend apart and pushed me away forcefully with both hands. Rightfully so. I had been on my knees in a natural position, so I fell backwards easily. Maria scraped together the yellow scraps of cotton and cloth and cotton bits, buried her face in them, and cried even more. Watching that, another emotion welled up. It welled up rapidly, and then it burst. After all, she refused to make up with me, even though I'd apologized, and there was nothing else I could do now anyway. And it was all Maria's fault in the first place. Wow, come on, Rosa. Since she's too busy playing with stuffed animals all the time like this, she can't make any friends, and that's why people treat her like a freak. This is a perfect opportunity to give her some instructive guidance. After all, it's not like I was pampered all the time. Wow, because you were treated that way, you're going to treat your own child like that. That's just cruel. Everything eventually breaks, is stolen, is destroyed by someone. Even I had lots of toys and treasures stolen, broken, mocked, and thrown away by my brothers and sisters and father and mother. Dang. But when I cried about that, while I might have shed a few tears, not once did I sob like this and trouble my parents. Throw a tantrum, get mad, hit the floor and kick and make a racket. Even though I always wanted to, I thought I'd get in more trouble if I did, so I always held it back. It's because I held it back that I was able to become the wonderful adult that I am now. Rosa, yo, that's crazy though, because putting into her perspective too, you know, as we learn more about the background, we're getting to see more on Rosa, as to why she is the way she is. We gotta see a lot of that in just this episode and previous episodes too, and it sucks, but this is not the way. At that moment, I felt something strange. The same feeling as when you use a tool recklessly and it finally breaks so that only the base is left. But I wasn't using a tool. I'd just been repeatedly hitting Maria's head with both hands. So I looked at my hands. From my wrist onwards, my hands had broken off, splintered, and disappeared. Oh, what the heck? For real. Oh, yeah, we in the music, okay. As though only that part of my arms had become ceramic. No, as though all of me from the wrist onward had suddenly become ceramic and broken and fallen. They must have gotten filled with cracks because I hit Maria too much before falling off. After all, look, aren't both my wrists laying smashed by my feet? Yo, Maria really, she's going full force. Is it?
マリアはママに撫でてもらったり、絵本を読んでもらったり、一緒にご飯を食べたりしちゃいけないの？どうして？どうして？マリア悪くないよ。
You didn't, Maria. You didn't do nothing wrong. Jeez. Huh. Oh. And look at Beatrice. She's kind of, damn, in a way, she feels sad about this situation too. And what did you do, Rosa? You ripped him in front of her. That was messed up. Huh.
悪かったと思ってるわ。でも仕方ないでしょ。ママは仕事で忙しいのよ。仕事でママの仕事が忙しいのは知ってるでしょ。
Yeah, sure.
仕方ないのよ。仕方ない。そう。これは仕方なき。そなたの娘は
Exactly. She said, yo, bound to happen. Exactly. There's no avoiding this because it's bound to happen. Ooh. She's really asking her. We're about to say Maria. Yep. No forgiveness. Ooh, yup. Yo, Maria's eyes ominously flash blue. In a sense, invisible massive arms stuck their fingernails out and grasped Rosa's neck. Body. As the bones over her body made a sound like twigs being stepped on, they cracked readily and broke apart. Ooh! Rosa had understood vaguely. The massive arms were probably her own arms from the time she'd torn Sakutora apart. Wow, that's crazy. From a stuffed animal's perspective, her arms certainly would have been this massive. So she could imagine what would happen next. The sharpness stuck deep in the base of her neck, and she heard the skin tearing with her own ears. Oh man. Then as the two witches watched over her, Rosa's flesh was split in two, top and bottom. When Sakutora had been torn apart, bits of cotton had flown about like snowflakes. But in Rosa's case, something like black, thick tar came out, filthily flying all over the place. There wasn't even a trace of the red of blood. It was something black, filthy, and thick. Ugh. It was probably what a bloodless, tearless human kept inside their bodies. Yo, just guck. She's just full of guck. It makes you say yuck. Yep, that is nasty. The way to describe that. No, she said, yo. We're about to say, yo, this is the time with this, with that. There's also this. There's also that. She's about to go on a roll. This is not it. Not yet. I don't think so. Yup, exactly. My nose is like itchy. When Beatrice brandished her pipe cane, gold butterflies seeped up and restored Rosa's broken flesh instantly. Yup, she's about to go through this 1,000 times. For every time you slap Maria, every time you harm Maria, yo. Caused her pain physically, mentally, emotionally. Man. Yo. Yo, Rosa really getting the worst deal. There's this, and what was it? In the end of episode 2, when she was in purgatory, being crushed and then whatever again and again. And then, oh no, she's being fed like the corpses of her siblings and whatnot, forced to eat it. And jeez. Wow, when you put it in that perspective too, basically in a way, ouch. Who's texting me in this moment? Ain't the time. Feel the depths of your sins which cannot be repaid by single human life. Yup. Man. In that perspective, that is like cold. The scale of your sin. Okay, so this is happening. Okay. At the same time. Oh. Oh, even this? Oh, when she was on the trip too? Lying. Yeah, sure. And Ray over here. Man. So you best start work, finish it quickly, and come back, okay? Oh, yo, I'll take that cake. Man, I'm in the mood for cake now. Go for an ice cream cake.
ママが帰ってくる方が嬉しい。
大丈夫よ。早く帰ってくるわ。約束する。だから美味しいケーキを2人で食べて、美味しい紅茶を2人で飲んで、一緒に新しい絵本を読みましょう。この間、
Nah, she got busy. She's like, no, I'm too busy with work. I can't do this. I promise. Broke that promise.
約束、待ってるね。お仕事、頑張ってね、ママ。
ほうほう。寂しい話ではあるが、互いを思い合う良き親子愛ではない。何か
It
問
looks
題がある
like
と
it,
いうの。
but
そしてローザ。
その約束は、私はちゃんと守ったはずよ。
did you?
夕方に約束通りケーキを買って、いつもより早い帰宅をしたはずよ。
マリアは知ってる。その日の夕方ね、ママ宛てに着払いの荷物が来たけど、お財布の中のお金が足りなかったから、ママにどうしようって相談したくて会社に電話したの。特別な時以外はかけちゃダメって言われてたけど、ママのお仕事の大切なものだったら悪いしと思って電話したの。
She's being thoughtful, but how'd that response go?
ママはお休みだって言われた。その日
Ah.
はずっと前からお休みに決まってて、遠くへ遊びに行っているって言われたの。
That's messed
マリア
up.
は知ってたよ。ママが嘘をついてるって。
Dang, she knew the whole time, Rosa. You were lying. How does that make you
で
feel?
もね、サクタロがそうじゃないって
But Sakutaro was over here trying to calm you
マ
down.
マは毎日お仕事でとても大変。マリアを
Sakutaro trying to be a moral
放って
compass for
おいて
Maria.
ないって。ママは
But in the end,
お休みって言った人は
got taken out by Rosa.
勘違いして言ってしまったんだよって、サクタロがそう言うんだもん。
Huh.
マリアは信じたよ。マリアは信じた。ママ大好き。ママ大好き。もちろんママだってマリアを愛してる。愛してるって。
ええ、私もよ。愛してるわ、マリア。
Rosa let out a deep sigh. Why are we in the hotel now? Maybe she felt the weight of her words. Oh no, because this is where she was at when she gave that phone call. Okay. Then she set the receiver on the bedside phone down. The dark room had made the starting on the ground below the window stand out even more beautiful. Is she in there alone? Or, I mean, who's in this hotel room with you? On the table on the front stairs was a very cold wine cooler. And the one she shared a glass with, gazing at the scene below. Yup, she with someone.
娘さんに旅行って話してないんですか？
I got no words for this.
行くって言って前に
Yo,
遅かったんで。
Rose out here being freaky with it. Like, what the heck? Yo. Over here going on vacation with some random dude while her... Well, not some random dude for her, but... While her daughters were home alone? Man.
でもそれじゃ、いつまで経っても予定が合わないし、それは気にしないでって言ったでしょ。
The slender middle-aged clad... Yo, the slender middle-aged clad in a white robe gave a small sigh. Rosa reacted instantly to that slight action.
もう、娘の話はなしにして。
Yeah, see, he's like, yo, are you sure you should do this to your daughter? Like...
せっかくの上等なワインが台無しよ。
私はあなたに一人の人間としても女性としても魅力を感じています。ですが、だからこそこうして時間を割くのは申し訳ないと感じています。
See, he does feel bad. He's like, yo, you should be spending more time with your daughter.
私と娘の事情は気にしないでくださいって。いつも言ってるじゃないですか。あなたと二人きりの時に、娘の話はしないようにしているでしょ。電話だって、下のロビーでうるさい酔っ払いがバカ笑いしてなければ、ここではかけなかった。
ローザさん。
See, even he's like, yo, I'm down to chill, but like, for real, like, you have a whole daughter, you're leaving home alone. Spend time with her, watch her out, yo. Yeah, business, yeah. That's crazy that the guy who she's hanging out with on her business trips is telling her to spend time with her daughter. So he's like, yo, like for real. Okay. She's trying to match up to his schedule. But he's like, yo, let's do it when both of our things collide, you know? Man. Man, she really want to hang out with this guy. Will we ever see who he is?
それは子供の恋愛の仕方です。大人同士の恋愛はもう少しストイックであるべきですよ。ローザさんと一緒にいられる時間が長く取れないことは僕も寂しいです。
But self-control.
ですが、その限られた時間と機会で僕たちは十分に大人の恋愛を楽しめていると思います。
Yo, we could savor when we have the time.
それはもっと娘と一緒にいろと、女でなく母でいろということですか？
What?
あなただって望んでいることでしょう。娘さんと一緒にゆっくり過ごしたいとあなただって思っているはずだ。僕は逃げません。僕との時間を優先するために娘さんを犠牲にするのは気の毒だと申し上げたいのです。
For real? Oh, what you gonna say in response? So this guy, no way. This is getting more and more juicy. So this guy is cheating on his wife with Rosa, and Rosa is lying to Maria, saying that she's on a business trip when she's actually hanging out with some guy who's... What? Yo, this is just terrible. Oh my gosh. Oh, you don't want to talk about your wife? Rose don't want to talk about her child? Oh boy, yo, both of them are just trash people. No wonder they're together. Oh boy, she's like, yo, you trying to break up with me?
そんなこと今までに一度も言ったことはありませんよ。
みんな子連れだと分かると手のひらを返す。あの子の養育費は気にしなくていいからと言ってもみんな手のひらを返す。あなたは娘のことを理解してくれてると思ったのに、やっぱり子連れだと嫌なんですね。
And she jumped to conclusion because she's upset.
そうは言っていません。ローザさんのことを嫌いになってなどいませんよ。私が言いたいのは娘さんをもっと大事にしなさい。あなた自身もそれを望んでいるはずだ。そう言ってるだけなんです。
嘘つき。私のことが面倒になっただけ。
そんなことは言っていない。
いいえ、わかるの。私にはわかるわ。あの子を理由に何度も捨てられた私だからわかるの。雰囲気でわかるわ。そうよ。あなたもそう。他の男と一緒。
Other men, I know this wasn't her first rodeo.
嫌なのよ。バツイチは嫌なのよ。面倒なのよ。
Oh man.
知らない男と作った子供の親になんかなりたくないんでしょ。ええ。そうよね。その気持ちすっごいわかるわ。
Yo, same. What's up, Red Riddle? Man, this is that good drama. Oh man. Okay, we're back here. Okay. Yup, you're lied. Yup, Rosa.
そうよ。あんたなんて
Perfect.
邪魔だったのよ。
Wow, she still has the nerve to speak out like this? Man.
女としての幸せをつかめたのよ。あんたの存在が私の幸せをいつも邪魔するのよ。
Man, Maria, don't let her salt smack till you give the upper hand.
いいえ、違うわ。あんたと一緒に幸せな家庭を築けたらと思ったわよ。でもあんたが生まれる直前にあいつは蒸発したの。私と温かい家庭を築くと言って私を騙し。
And this is also pain on her end.
私の前から消え去ったわ。
fact that the dude that she was planning to have a child with and raise a child with just walked out. That's messed up.
私との日々を温かな思い出に勝手に変えて新しい恋人に出会ったかもしれない、そして今度こそ幸せな家庭を築けたかもしれない、そして私はあんたがいる。恋も探せない。男は好きに女を渡り歩いて武勇伝気取りなのに、女には私にはあんたがいる。あんたという重しがいるのよ。あんたのせいで私は恋を探せない、愛が得られない、一人で生きていくしかない、いいえ、それさえも許されてないわ。私には一人で酔いつぶれたい夜さえ許されていない。あんたは誰？何者？私の人生を台無しにして私の新しい人生さえ許してくれないあんたは私の人生の何者なのよ。
This is sad.
死ね！消えろ！
Oh.
生まれてきた時から大嫌い。あんたがお腹の中にいた頃から大嫌いだった。
Whoa, Rosa, relax.
頑張って良き母を演じてきたわ。
But this is how she feels. Like,
私は頑張った。同世代の女性たちが独身を謳歌し、時に恋に遊び、あるいは愛に結ばれるのを横目に見ながら、私は女と母の二足のわらじを吐き続けたわ。その私の苦労を誰がねぎらったの？誰も褒めない、称えない。自業自得。子持ちは嫌。負け組の遠吠え、うぶな小娘がいい？こっちから願い下げよう。ケツの青い若造どもが必死だった私は
going on a tangent.
簡単に落ちる女に見えたの。
Yo.
必死だったわよ。
Whoa, she's still going.
年頃の私が日々を仕事と育児で忙殺されていき、このまま老いてこのまま人生を終えるだろうと悟った時、どれほど必死だったか想像もつかないでしょうよ。あんたの本当の父親ももちろん憎いわよ。でも破局を迎えた責任は私と彼に半々だわ。私にも逃げられるだけのしつこさがあったのかもしれない。でもその後の破局は全部あんたのせい。私はあんたにそれをなじったことはあったないでしょ。男に逃げられて酔いつぶれたいその次の日があんたの授業参観。泣き晴らした目を厚化粧でごまかして、あんたが的外れな発言をしてクラス中から失笑されてた時の私の気持ちなんてあんたどころか世界中の誰にもわからないでしょうよ。あんたが嫌い、大嫌い。そしてこれまでにあんたを本当に愛したことなんてただの一度もない。
Yo, yeah, scream at the end. And how is Maria going to respond to this? Maria's face was still stiff. If the words really had been blades, Maria's whole body would probably be stained with fresh blood by now. No doubt about it. That was completely, dang, painful. Even after gaining the power of a witch and resolving herself to take revenge for Sakutoro, she couldn't stand these courses coming out of her mother's mouth. Reading red. Yo, for real. Like, that is sad. And Beach was like, dang, yeah, for real, that's ugly. Personality, ugly. Presentation, ugly. Drowning in lust, for real.
見るに耐えぬことこの上なし。ああ、マリアよ、今こそ決別の時。そなたの母を名乗った醜き肉の塊を打ち砕け。そなたの無垢なる魂 親子の鎖にてこれ以上束縛される意味はなし。自らの魂、自らの手で今こそ解放せよ。
Release your soul, yeah.
自らを守る牙と爪を今こそ手に入れたのだ。
Is Maria gonna do it?
マリアを苦しめてきた日々を
Oh man.
思い知らせてやる。苦しみの日々を今こそ復讐してやる。
Rose doesn't care.
私を苦しめてきたのはあんたじゃない。私は復讐したいくらいよ。あんたが生まれる前にそうすればよかった。あんたが言わなければよかった。消えてしまえ。
Yo, Maria, get her out of here. Yo. Dang. Yo, whenever they do that, yo. As Rizzo howled, what's the growl? In a way that can only be described by the word splat, her upper body was crushed, and in an instant became something similar to a wrung, blood-stained towel.
潰れてしまえ。許せない。許せない。
クズがふさわしい姿よ。
Even though Rose's waist had and below was standing normally, just her upper half of her body had been pinched, and that extremely contrast was bizarre. I didn't want to imagine that. Then she fell over, but the instant she fell, her body was restored. Oh. Yup. She has gone crazy.
さあマリア、そなたの怒りと悲しみ、今こそ復讐の時、怒りと悲しみの生産の時、ぶつけろ、吐き出せ、そなたの胸に打ち込まれたくさびをすべて押し出し、
Yeah, Beatrice like, yo, end her. Maria's howl, and adorned with the ugly sound of flesh and bone being crushed all at the same time. As Rosa, who had foully insulted Maria, lay spread-eagled, a neat, perfect circle was cut out of her chest and crushed, as though her chest had been trampled by an invisible elephant. Her heart and her lungs and her ribs were trampled so mercilessly that they were completely indistinguishable. It might have symbolized the pain in Maria's heart until today. Are you satisfied? I don't think so.
許せない。まだまだ全然許せない。ママは有罪だ。有罪有罪有罪。許せない。
無論だと思う。そなたの苦渋の日々、この程度の罰で見合ってなる。
She said not the same. What form did you have? Yeah. Okay. That's why I thought that's what I was gonna do. Yeah. Man, this is what, the third time now? When Bito waved her cane, the body was restored again, and Rosa sat up, coughing violently in apparent pain. And once again, she spat out curses, rejecting Maria. Yeah, the witch, man. Oh, well, yeah, she is.
気持ち悪い本ばかりを魔女ごっこにかぶれて消えるのはあんたの方よ。あんたのせいで私まで変わり者扱い。あんたのせいであんたのせいでお前なんか産まなければよかった。お前なんか生まれてくるな。生まれてくる前から大嫌いだったのよ。
Man, they are both just... Maria screamed. Was she unable to bear her anger and sadness? Or else she had been taken over by an indescribable emotion. It was surely a cry of hopelessness. And yet, it was a reality that had to be accepted. Maria knew. She knew that she was thought of as a burden. But even though she herself had known that, she didn't believe it. She believed that her mother loved her and had done her best to positively interpret several events that could have made her doubt this. Yeah, she's trying to deny the reality of the situation, which trusting and clinging to her mother's love. But she had no one except Mama, yeah, even though she really did like Mama, and wanted to return to the days when she believed that Mama loved her. So I howled. I would erase all of it. I won't accept it. I'll deny it. I'll deny the mother who says these things, and the black witch who makes her say them, and the part of myself that can't forgive my mother. But I can't deny it. This is reality, fact, the truth, the answer. Exactly. Without any mistake, this is absolutely reality. Snap back to reality. Maria turned Rosa into a lump of meat over and over and over in the dark world that reflected her heart. Rang the ugly sounds of flesh and bone being torn apart, which would only make anyone want to cover their ears. Each time, Beatrice revived Rosa. She dragged her back into the world of endless torture, which could not be escaped from, even by death. This was the true, deepest hell that the endless witch Beatrice could create. However, this world was not made endless by Beatrice's will, because every time Rosa turned into a lump of meat, she asked the same question to Maria. She asked, guilty or innocent, yada yada yada. Or is she satisfied too, yeah? Yo. Oh man. Revive over and over again. Return to a meat lump over and over again. In various ways she crushed, smashed, beat, and tore to bits. Flying blood splattered and flesh turned the once pitch black world into a world of mixture red and black. Maria's anger still hadn't calmed down. It was as though she was spitting out all the suppressed rage from the time of her birth until today. If that all became poison to her heart, then would the repeated murder of her mother purify her soul? Would even this wasteful murder save her soul, at least a little bit? That's the question too. Like, how would this make her feel in the end of this? This endless torture might have been a slight diversion from her sad, unrewarded life. After all, it seemed that she'd finally be able to regain her smile. Yup. Getting crazy. Half her skull collapsed. Eyeballs flew out and black kernel and fragments of teeth scattered. Yo, she sounding exactly like Beatrice right now. Her whole chest, along with her ribs, turned inside out, exposing her filthy inwards, all of them writhed, and some kind of impure creature. Rosa couldn't laugh anymore, but her face was laughing. It was filled with a twisted laugh and covered with a malice that rejected her unwanted daughter. I erased that laughing voice. Next, I'll erase that laughing face. I'll erase it, I'll crush it, I'll tear it into bits.
散歩に行こうよ。愛してるって言ってよ。次の日曜日の約束をしようよ。お買い物に行こう。映画に行こう。そしてその約束をどうせ破るんだよ。
Dang, that was the mass I've heard her voice, man.
楽しいねママ、楽しいね。マリアは今ママと遊んでるんだね。
Man, it's becoming more and more covered in blood.
そうだ、そなたは今母と遊んでいるのだ。じゃれているの。
That's twisted.
どうか今の感情は怒りでも悲しみでも苦しみでもない。
Her pain, yep. Look at her, she's ecstatic. Yo, it said yeah. Oh man. Having fun and murdering. It is, like...
おもちゃは壊したら直せないから大事にした。でも治るおもちゃなら何度でも壊したい。
Now what?
でも作太郎は
Yep.
治らないんだね。
Rest in peace, Sakutoro. Sakutoro will still be dead.
作ったママが、産んだママが認めないから。
I checked and I thought my screen froze over here. I was like, what the heck?
私もママに認められてないんだね。だから壊れたマリアももう治らないんだね。
What a way to put in the end. Yeah. Do all this, but... Okay, never mind. For a second, I was feeling...
楽しいな。楽しいよ。
Okay, never mind then.
何も楽しくなったらなぜかママが許せる気がしてきたの。ねえベアト、これはとっても不思議な感情。どうしてマリアはママを許せる気持ちになってきたの？
それは生き死にを自由にできる力を得た魔女のみがたどり着く。
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
いつでも殺す。必要なら蘇らせ。面倒ならまた殺せばいい。それをいつでも指一本鳴らすだけでできることを知ったなら、人の世のざれ言などそのすべては聞き流すに等しい。
Yeah, for real. She was... For a second, I was like, oh!
そなたが
Had me
母
for
を
a
許そうと
second.
いう感情が芽生えたのは、そなたが母の愛に目覚めたからではない。そなたが今こそ真の魔女の世界の入り口に立ったからだ。
Of true riches, yep.
深淵な。
Hey, there you go, Maria. Welcome to the world of witches. Yep. You call yourself a witch, yep.
まだ見習いかもしれないけれど、人間の世界を超えた。
Congrats, even though the circumstances are kind of
魔女見習い
messed up.
もう私は何も悔しくない、悲しくない。ママ、許してあげるよ。きっと私はママを許せる。もうちょっとしたら許せると思うの。
After some more bloodshed, yeah.
魔女だから。
Oh, no way. Don't show me the mouth. Man, who knows how many times I really went through this? Like, an infinite number? A million times? Like, jeez. Billions? Of billions. Yo, this is a long sequence. Okay. That was a long laugh. Maria would probably forgive her mother eventually, after brutally murdering her countless times. Graciously. Yeah, for real. I was like, no, I'm not. Jeez, man, where are we at now, man? Okay, we're with you, Battle.
今の落雷は
I'm trying to process everything that went down. Okay. Thing. Kinzo. We have the siblings here. Okay. What was that scene? Yo, that was just...
みたいだね。いくつになっても落雷には
Okay, they don't know about everyone else who's dead yet, so... As well as the survivors and where they are. But I was looking at the Dark Knight through... the Dark Knight? Batman? Through a crack in the curtains. Every once in a while, a pale, white lightning bolt would shine, and he seemed to be enjoying it. Oh. Are you good, Maria?
Oh,
she was asleep. I hate that too. I hate when people are being loud and I'm trying to sleep. I hate that. I thought I heard a sound. Speaking of which, people being loud, yo. Yeah, man, why are you talking so loud? It's a nice room, though. Maria was a bit hazy with drowsy eyes. She was probably half asleep and couldn't think straight. You good, Maria? I won't sleep. Yo, this dude ballad, man. You making her mad. Yo, I knew he was gonna make her mad. Yo, this... Yo, man, we playing around, man. Yo, do not make her mad. Yeah, come on, man. Yo, it's too late for this. If I was in the room and Bao was doing this, I'll be mad at him. I'd be like, yo, dude, relax. Just, man, stop playing around. Exactly. Man. Yo. Oh my gosh, no. Don't cry now. Oh, man. Yo, George, are you here, man? Yo, she really is mad. Thank you, George. Man, I'm glad you were here. It's someone to calm her down. Yeah, relax. For real. Okay, Maria, now you're ticking me off. Calm down. Maybe it was because of her delicate mental state after waking up, but Maria suddenly threw a tantrum. For real? Bro had only been trying to tease her a bit. So he was confused by this. Yeah, he was like, yo, why is she getting this mad? I was just joking. It was a joke. It was just a prank, bro. It was a prank. Oh, man. George held her head, trying to calm her down. But Maria's tantrum wasn't going to be quelled easily. Yo, someone get some candy. Battle and Jessica were trying to push the blame on each other, saying, it's your fault too. Yo, George, I feel bad for you, man. Oh, yeah, I guess a drink or something. It looked like her tantrum was dying down bit by bit. 8-bit. But she... That made no sense. But she still glared at Battler, who had made fun of her, with sharp eyes. Was she good? Like... what? George noticed. Maria was staring at Battler with incredible eyes. And despite having just displayed all that much, she laughed in a small voice. Okay. Instead of a laugh, it seemed more like she was muttering while thinking about, or else counting each. I'm not even going to count that. I can't count that. Yo, that's... Well, I can probably, but no, I don't want to count that. As though each time she said, hey, something brutal would happen over and over. Like with the mother dying, Rosa dying. Interesting. George felt something creepy for just an instant, but he couldn't spot the madness that peeked out from the depths of the girl's eyes for just a moment. After a short period of stunned silence on George's part, Maria stopped a bizarre quiet laugh and pushed George's arm aside, as though telling him to let go.
Oh, 許す。
そう。マリアちゃんは偉いな。バトラ君、マリアちゃんが許してくれたよ。仲直りして。悪いな。からかって許してくれ。
How would I respond if I was in that situation? Yo, what up, Hector?
仲直りの印にカフェオレ作ってやったぜ。砂糖いっぱい入ってるから甘いぜ。いらない。でも許すよ。魔女だからね。
One more time, Maria laughed in a creepy, quiet voice. But it was only for a short time, so Bowler and Jessica didn't think much of it. Then they decided to think that it probably only looked that way when the lightning hit her cheek with a pale white light for a second. Imagine that timing, though. Heck no. No, thank you. Goodbye. At that time, they could hear the sound of loud footsteps coming from the hall. It was already about 10:30 late at night. Late at night. It's usually a time when you aren't supposed to be disturbed. It's probably Goda and Kumasawa, or one or the other, or maybe someone else. I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those two, though, or both. Hearing footsteps like this at this time was far from common. Then, along with a certain ominous knock that repeated fiercely, they could hear Goda and Kumasawa's voice. Yep. That clearly told them that this was an abnormal situation.
いらっしゃいますか。いらっしゃいますか。ゴーダでございます。熊沢でございますよ。ご無事でございますか、皆さん。どうしたものやら。どうしたものやら。
How are they supposed to explain this to them? When George opened the door, the two of them tumbled in sopping wet. Or sopping wet? Wait, what? It looked like they dashed here from the mansion without an umbrella.
どうしたんだよ、二人とも。何があったんだ。
それが親方様が、旦那様が、皆様方が。
Yo, relax, Goda. Man, how's he going to explain this to them? Dude really said, yo, oh. They really gotta kill my joy like that. Yo, for real. Dude said, oh. I can't with that. He was like, So what? It's 10:36. Is that what it said on the clock? The clock strikes 10:36 on the dot. What you gonna do? It was a pitch black room. There's no windows, and with the weak light bulb, one could barely make out the state of things around them. Okay, let's see where we're at. It appeared to be an old, forgotten underground storage room with some kind of dusty furniture haphazardly thrown in it. Yo, for real. Goda, man. Don't change who you are. Oh, this is probably the prison where everyone else is at. I assume, or where everyone is locked. However, with only just a little light, one can at least make out that it probably wasn't the storage room. After all, that room was sealed off with iron bars. Yep, that's where everyone is out. The survivors. Yeah, who do we got here? Hold up. Let me actually check out this the thing over here. Okay, so... Okay, that's that. Okay, we got everyone here. Yeah, Sakutoro dead. Gop. Seven Sisters, Goat Dude, Virgilia. This here, okay, this is the other timeline, okay. Okay, got it. Okay, good. Okay.
ここは屋敷の地下なのか。食堂の真
Yo,
下に
Kinzo, dude.
こんな部屋があったのか。
Possibly. They had dropped into what appeared to be a pit, falling into this room. Therefore, it was natural to assume that this room was directly under the dining hall. You'd think, but... However, not even Cross could bring himself to believe that there was a pitfall rigged in his beloved dining hall where he enjoyed his meals for years. And that this dungeon-like room lay directly beneath it. Yeah, wait, who is here, though? Kiri fell into the hole. Nanjo fell into the hole. Cross fell into the hole. Those three only? Shannon and Cannon also fell into the hole. Yup. And yeah, that's about it. But the ceiling above was crude stone craftsmanship, and they couldn't understand how they could have fallen to somewhere there. No, all 5 people who had been dropped there thought the same thing. Although they had the sensation of falling into a pit, there was no way there could be pitfalls in the dining hall, nor this dungeon-like place be directly under it. But the truth was that they actually had fallen into this place and were locked in. So they were confused.
あの高さから落ちて誰も怪我をしなかったのは幸運かもしれませんな。
Indeed, Nanjo.
シャン、カノン、君たちはこんな部屋の存在は知っていたかね。
Where is this?
いいえ、
Real. We don't know what's underneath
僕た
this
ちも
whole place. We just know
この
about
ような
that
部屋の
gold
ことは
room
存じかねます。
that has an entrance from the guest house, if there's any other ways, but... Okay, so you don't know either.
本当に？
Kiri being skeptical.
本当です。本当にこの部屋知りません。
Despite their age, Kiri apparently wouldn't have found it odd if they, as servants, allowed to wear the one-winged eagle might know about the mansion's secret tricks. There was a long silence, as if Cross was evaluating their answer. Cross, be quiet, man. What are you gonna do?
シャノンたちが知らないのは事実だろう。何しろ綺麗好きのシャノンだ。彼女がこの部屋を知っていたが、
Well, usually calm and
もっ
composed,
と
so...
ピカピカに磨き上げているだろう。この部屋の汚さが君たちがこの部屋を知らないことの証だ。
That's, man.
今はそんなことより、これからどうするかの方が先決だと思わんかね。その通りです。警察にいえそれから救急にも早く電話をしなければ。
Nanjo's words were hollow. Obviously. 6 people had been killed in the dining hall. Everybody had seen the exact moment when they'd been killed. And since half their heads had been destroyed, anyone could tell that the deaths had been instant with just a single glance. Everyone understood that first, and that first aid no longer held any meaning. Interesting how they're getting over the fact that they're dead like that, though. Crossing Kiri, where Kiri is usually calm and composed as well, quick to get the situation down or understand the needs at the moment. So I assume the same thing with Cross.
ありがとう、南條先生。私たちは伴侶がもう生きてはいないことを理解できてる。気休めでも救急と言い添えてくれて。
Interesting group of survivors, though. Interesting interaction with these two. Yeah, Cross, Natsuhi, man. Once again, a gloomy silence dominated the room atmosphere. Dominated the atmosphere. It's actually interesting seeing Cross showing like mourning for Natsuhi in a way. Like I feel like their like relationship. Like I know they're married, but I have not seen any moment where they've like have shown like I don't know romantic gestures or anything. We've seen Ava and Hideyoshi with his magic hand. We've seen Kiri and Rudolph. The only other couple. Well, we've even seen Shannon and George. they're showing. They're. You can see that they're romantically together, but man. But Cross shook his head harshly over and over for the time being. Decided to forget the pain of losing his wife and dedicate himself to figuring out where they were. Yo, Cross is funny, man. Go on, Cross, man. No kidding. Really? Nobody answered. Without any kind of discussion or mercy, 6 people had been killed in an instant. And Kizo had even been so bold to proclaim that we'd become sacrificed in a ceremony involving 13 murders. Yup, so what y'all gonna do about it? Since we've been locked up in this place, we too will probably become the ceremony's next sacrifices soon. Around this time, our eyes became used to the dark. And bit by bit, we were able to understand more about the dungeon's interior. Yeah, it's all beaten down and stuff, so... What we thought was furniture haphazardly left in the dungeon turned out not to be furniture at all. They were things like smashed cages to lock people in, restraints, or else torture racks. Oh. At any rate, it was obvious that it was eerier than a mere jail cell. Since objects were rusted together and coated in thick dust, there is no doubt that they had been forgotten. Maybe you could even call these things Kinzo's sealed and forgotten madness. Well, I keep hearing things, man. However, we had been locked away in this room. Those objects weren't exactly comforting to people who were locked. Oh, I think it's because my window is cracked back there. That's probably why. Who were locked up, hoping to be released without harm. Hopefully, I closed my window all the way.
とにかくここを抜け出そう。私たちは伴侶や友人を失い、涙を流すことに時間を費やしたいが。
But yo, we're on the chopping block.
今はそれ以上に子供たちの
yeah, so your children as well. Man, for real. Yeah, Shannon, I know you're worried about George. At least I hope you are.
祈るしかない。そういえば
Who said all we could do is pray?
熊沢さんと郷田さんはここにはいないな。
They got away.
ひょっとすると無事に逃げ延びられたのかも。
かもしれませんが、子供たちと合流しててくれれば心強いのですが。
郷田さんはいざという時頼りになるし、熊沢さんは経験豊富で落ち着いてるし。
Hey, yeah.
きっと力になってくれると思います。
It's true though. Don't underestimate them. You can't underestimate anyone here.
そうだといいがな。
Shannon and Cross smiled bitterly a little, but they quickly realized how improper that was and stopped, clearing their throats. Yeah.
楽観はできないよ、姉さん。僕らに続いてもう襲われてしまってる可能性だってあ
る。Dang.
お父様が食堂で執行したのは魔女の碑文の第1の番の6人殺しなんでしょ。なら第2の番は寄り添いし2人を引き裂け、逃げ隠れて寄り添っている郷田さんと熊沢さんがもう殺されている可能性だって否定できないわ。
The two who are close. So those two? But I guess they're close employees, but each time it's usually been a couple, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yeah, it's usually been a couple or something, right? Yeah, there hasn't been anyone who hasn't been in a couple. Yeah, so who would it be then? The only couple that's left, right, is George and Shannon. No, there's also Jessica and Cannon. Okay. Or I guess whoever's close.
とゲストハウスに合流してて、子供たちを守ってくれているなんて楽観。現時点では全くできないわ。
Yeah, trying to. Kiri coldly analyzed the worst case scenario. For her, it was heartbreaking to have lost her beloved husband. But right now, the most important thing was protecting that husband's son, along with the other children, from becoming the insane family ahead sacrifices. Yep. She overcame her sadness with the parental urge to protect children from sorrow. It seemed that both Kiri and Cross were strong enough to forget about their grief, only for the time being. They would let their tears flow later. In order to protect the children, they had to act.
とにかくここを脱出しよう。相当古い牢屋のようだ。なんとか鉄格子を破れないだろうか。室内をくまなく探して脱出手段を探してみよう。
ここにはガラクタがいろいろあるわ。何か役に立ちそうな道具とか落ちてないかしら。
You can try and break the cage,
武器になるものがあるかもしれないし、鉄格子を破れるものがあるかもしれない。
Or a weapon too. Yeah, that's helpful too. Whoever helps. Kiri pulled a lighter from her pocket. She herself didn't smoke, but kept one tucked away in her pocket to light rough cigarettes. Yep, I remember that. It was an extremely valuable source of light for searching in this dim dungeon.
シャノンはキリエさんを手伝い、カノンは私と一緒に鉄格子の具合を確かめてみよう。
Okay, Cross, I see you taking charge.
ひょっとするとガタが来ているかもしれない。
He's not going to tell Nanjo to do anything? Yo.
私は何をお手伝いしましょうかな。体力を温存していてください。やがてここに親父殿が現れるだろう。親父殿に言葉が届くのは南條先生だけです。
True. Nanjo, you're the only one, man. His best friend.
我々の命は握られているかもしれない。私の言葉などもう届きはせんでしょう。
I mean, you did try last time, but
申し訳ないが、
yeah.
そのお役には立て
But hey, I never give up. I mean, at least have you as a chance still.
なら、南條先生のお医者としての知
She's
識を
like,
貸
yo,
してくだ
what's
さ
the
い。
quickest way to kill him?
人間を即座に混沌させるような毒って存在するのかしら。
Or make him faint. Yep, that too.
人間を即座に混沌させる毒
Like
どういうことです
chloroform
か？
or something? Like, is that what it's called?
私たちは落とし穴に落とされて、この地下牢に落ちてきたと信じている。あの混乱している場で、私たちはそうだったろうと信じたわ。
Oh.
でも、この地下牢の広さを測ってみて分かった。
But I measured the breadth of this room and came to realization.
この地下牢があの食堂の地下というのはありえないことなのよ。
どうしてありえないってわかるんですか？
姉さんはバカだな。この地下牢は食堂に比べて狭すぎる。
その通り。一番目に落とされたのはクラウス兄さん。
Yeah, but you're all distance,
二番目
so
が私。クラウス兄さんはこの部屋に落ちてきた時、その場を動いたかしら。
お恥ずかしながら落下の痛みでうめいていたよ。そのすぐ
no doubt about it, man. You what? She was over here choking you and stuff. Like, of course, not to be embarrassed about,
クラ
man.
ウス兄さんと私
You
の
were
立ち位
on
置と
the. It could have been life or death for you.
落下場所の距離が明らかにおかしいのよ。
確かに言われてみれば、その次に落ちたのは私だから、お二人の位置関係はよく覚えている。食堂でのお二人の間の距離はこの部屋よりもあったかもしれない。
Exactly.
私たちは落とし穴に落ちてダイレクトにここに落下したわ。集合する下水道管みたいに一度集められてからここに落ちたわけじゃない。落下は一瞬だったでしょ。そんな凝った排水管みたいな穴を転がされた覚えはないわ。
Water pipe system.
確かに落とし穴では説明がつかんな。おかしな話だ。
Oh, because of that. Okay.
キリエ様のおっしゃる
Because okay.
人間
Yeah,
を
I
即
see
座
where
に
she's
混
going
沌
at.
させ
Yeah.
る毒というのは
I forgot that she was talking about the drug to begin with. I also focused on oh yeah, the thing with that. That's she's on. It's like oh yeah.
キリエ様は多分食堂に落とし穴なんかなかった。
And instead we all fainted and whatnot. So
しかし現に私たちは落ちたぞ。
落とし穴に落ちたような気がするが正解よ。無理もないわ。そうとしか例えられない体験だったから。
なるほど。つまりこうおっしゃいたいわけですな。私たちは落とし穴に落とされたのではなく、例えば毒矢のようなもので撃たれ瞬時に意識を失い、その倒れて床に突っ伏す瞬間の記憶をまるで落とし穴に落ちたよと思い込んでしまっているのかもしれない。
But all of you felt the same thing? Like what?
なるほど。食堂に無数の落とし穴が仕掛けられていて、我々がそれに何十年も気づかず食事をしていたとするよりはよほど説得力のある話だ。
姉さん、時計はある？
Oh yeah, how much time has passed for them? What time is it?
懐中時計があるわよ。22時40分くらい。
11:40. No, 10:40.
僕の時計
Yeah,
もそうなってる。
10:40. Yeah. Okay, so the same time.
つまり
Okay.
僕たちは食堂での大騒ぎから十数分も時間を
So y'all were just knocked out for 10 minutes?
私の時計も同様だ。我々が混沌させられてどこかへ担ぎ込まれたと仮定する。
Exactly.
時間の経過が短すぎる。時間だけを見るならやはり我々は食堂の真下へ落とし穴で落とされたと考えるのが妥当だ。
You gotta say Kiri.
時計の針なんていくらでもいじれるわ。私たちが気絶している間に全員の時計を巻き戻したのかもしれない。その可能性がなかったことは証明不能よ。
落とし穴にせよ、混沌させる毒にせよ。
We still need to get out. Yeah, we still need to get out of here. Like, can we get back to that? Like, let's see the bars, checking all that stuff, you know?
混沌させる毒は存在するんですか？
But she really wanted to confirm that.
それは
Yes.
キリエさんの論法と同じですな。私の知らない未知の毒物にそういう
Yeah, you can say that too. Yeah, it's the same as your reasoning. Yeah. There is and isn't,
用
but
心に越したことはないということね。ごめんなさい。無駄な質問だったわ。ただ私の仮説によりこの地下牢が食堂の真下とは限らないという可能性は示唆できたと思う。
なるほど。広大な森の中のどこかに隠されていると噂される親父殿の隠し屋敷の地下牢に運び込まれている可能性がある。
yeah.
ということか。ここを脱出して外へ出ればそれもわかる。それを詮索するのはここから出てからでもいいだろうな。
その通りね。本当にごめんなさい。さっきから無駄な質問と詮索ばかりだわ。
I mean, something to think about.
とても頼もしいよ。
But I don't know. I think our priority is to get out of here, though.
ここを脱出する何かのヒントになるかもしれない。
But yeah, I could also do that. Yeah, sure.
ルドルフからいつも聞かされていたよ。
Oh.
君の発想にはいつも驚かされ、時には重要なヒントにもなるとね。君がここにいてくれたのは不幸中の幸いだ。
Oh, okay, Keen's. I mean, Cross.
ありがとう。私もルドルフさんに聞いてるわ。クラウス兄さんは普段は威張っているけれど、いざという時は責任感にあふれる。
Okay, both of them complimenting each other. Okay. Yeah, I see that.
さすがにそれは世辞が過ぎるね。
Both of them with their hands on their hips.
くそ。それにしても頑丈な鉄格子だ。カノンの方はどうかね。
Both of them with their hands on their hips.
こちらも全く。
Cross and Cannon tried wiggling the bars in various ways. There were a few bars that could be twisted, okay. And a few had enough space to rattle a little bit around in, but they couldn't be broken with human strength alone. However, there was still hope if they could use some kind of lever-like tool. It was still far too early to give up yet. The children's lives were hanging in the balance. Even if there was no hope, they couldn't stop their struggle. And it was better for them to act this way. If they were to stop, there's no doubt they'd once again be overcome by grief of losing their loved ones and curl up clutching their knees. Okay, so we see where they're at right now. yeah, he could do that, yeah. Okay, y'all, I'm going to end it right here. Because I'm hungry, and it's hot in here, and it's late. But, yeah, we'll continue to see if they find a way out of here. It's nice seeing where everyone's at right now. We see the group that they're under here. We have Lady Maria torturing Rosa. We have Kinzo up there hanging out with the demons. Then we have the cousins in their place. Then we also have Beatrice with what's his face? Beatrice is with Battler, Agap, and Gretel, aka Anji. So, dang, there's a lot of things happening at once. And I know that if we go back, and I know we are going to go back, when we go back to 1998, it's going to be even more bizarre. But, thank you for tuning in for the stream. Lovely time for Umineko today. Next stream will be on Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I'm still good Tuesday. So, be streaming Danganronpa this weekend. I still have the stream highlights over on YouTube. And, but things are getting interesting in Danganronpa. We currently are in Chapter 4. And someone's been killed. So, about to do the investigation this weekend. So, that's it, really. I'm tired and hungry and hot. It's too hot in here. I need to open up my window again. Open it up all the way. Get my fan out. Man, it's fan season now. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you for tuning in again. I'll see you next week for some more Umineko. And, that's all to say. Enjoy your weekend. Peace and out.